If you have anorexia, you have anorexia. I don't care what weight you are. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie. I'm Long Island's eating disorder specialist, and I post on this channel all about eating disorders, body image issues, and general mental health. So if any of that interests you, please click the subscribe button down below. Also, if you found this video helpful or informative at the end, I would greatly appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Today, I'm going to talk about atypical anorexia and the dangers I feel are associated with labeling an eating disorder as atypical anorexia. So I disagree with this diagnosis entirely. In my professional opinion, I believe that labeling an eating disorder as atypical anorexia really is very detrimental for a person struggling with an eating disorder, as well as perpetuating the very, very misinformed narrative that you have to be a certain weight or underweight or significantly low body weight in order to meet the criteria for the diagnosis of anorexia. This is something that I've talked about many a times, and it's something that I don't even understand why we're still talking about this, why we're still having these discussions, because we have such misinformed information in this world and in the education system as well around eating disorders, and it is so dangerous. And that really is where my frustration comes into. I have all my new clients, I would say pretty much everyone who struggle with an eating disorder really have gotten very to a poor place because they thought all along that they were supposed to look a certain way in order to have an eating disorder. And I have people who reach out to me on social media who say that they have atypical anorexia. And if you don't know what atypical anorexia typically is described as, it's a person who meets the criteria for having anorexia, the diagnostic criteria for having that disorder, but doesn't meet the significantly low body weight standard. Now, this is something that's very misinformed also. According to the DSM-4, which was a prior diagnostic and statistical manual that was used up until about the point of 2015, that's when we really started the transition over to the most updated manual, the DSM-5, which is what we currently use. In the DSM-4, what happened was that with the anorexia, we had a standard that you needed to be of a certain low body weight in order to meet the criteria of anorexia. Of course, this was an old, outdated version that I believe it was created like decades before. We've learned a lot since about eating disorders. So in the DSM-5, it recognized that you don't have to be of a certain weight to be classified as having an eating disorder, specifically anorexia. We do have what's called modifiers to indicate the severity based on body weight, which I also don't fully get on board with, because I have seen people who technically would not be in the severe or even moderate category weight-wise, but who have had significant medical issues as a result of their disorder, as well as severe behaviors. So I still have a problem with that, but more than anything, I want to say that I would really caution anyone from using the phrase atypical anorexia. That's a way to just kind of, I feel, to take away from the severity of your own disorder. If you have anorexia, you have anorexia. I don't care what weight you are in that sense. In the diagnostic sense, whatever weight you are, you could still be classified as anorexia, whether you're, according to the BMI, underweight or overweight. Whatever, you could still be diagnosed and having very severe symptoms of anorexia. Pardon the interruption, but I just wanted to get on here and let you know that if you haven't yet subscribed to my email list to get your hands on my free recovery starter kit, you could do so by clicking the link in the description below. I really believe that this recovery starter kit will be super helpful for you, whether you're at the beginning of your recovery journey or you're just looking for something to reinvigorate or remotivate your recovery. So this is kind of just like a little bit of a rant about my thoughts on that. And I really am curious to hear from you guys what you think about this diagnosis. If you think that I'm right with it, if you have any maybe disagreements, what do you think? Leave them in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can click my face in the corner of the screen to subscribe to my channel. And I wish you wellness on your journey to finding your state of balance. And I will see you in my next video.